Hey y'all, welcome back to B-Rad Garage. Got kind of a different one today, but you know, like I say in the description, I mean all kinds of projects. Doesn't matter, man. I'll do it. So I had this cool idea that my sister-in-law gave me. I had these old feeders. These are like rabbit feeders or animal feeders. They've got kind of a sifting tray down here where food and trash can kind of fall out. So I had these. I got these from my papa's place. And they got a few years on them, they're older. And she was like, hey, what'd be cool is if you put some sand and, soil and stuff in them and made like a planting bed with some succulents. I was like, oh, that's cool. What's a succulent? So after she educated me on cactus type stuff, I thought, yeah, it'd be pretty cool. My wife thought it was a good idea too. I thought it might be kind of different, kind of fun. So also shouldn't be too long of a project. Like if you got half a Saturday or a night after work or something, you could do something like this. I believe these are still available, like at Tractor Supply and things like that. I will look that up and at the end of the video make sure and tell you if they are available or how much. But I know these are at like flea markets and yard sales, but I'd like to be able to tell y'all where it's readily available. But really I'm just gonna have some potting soil. I've got kind of some pea gravel stuff gonna use in here to kind of help stop erosion and whatnot. And then these tiny little succulents, which are like cactus type plants, kind of go in the top here and maybe one in there. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got right here. Don't know if I need to lay something down. I don't think I've ever done like a true like dirt project on here, but we'll see what shakes out. All right, let's get into it. All right, y'all. I'm thinking we start with the big one because why not, right? I mean, go big or go home, right? So I got this pea gravel. We have like a little walkway area. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of snagged some of it for the project. And what I did was I poured it in here and sorted it, like use this as a sifter to get like the dirt and the tiny little rocks that wouldn't fit in there. This one has some bigger chunks. I think I'm gonna use that in here. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking this will help stop erosion, help stop the water just running out. These don't need a ton of water, but you always want to hold water when you can with plants. So figured I'd just layer like a small amount down here and see. Or maybe this whole cup. I got some sticks and leaves and stuff in here, but I don't really think that's a bad thing. That's all organic material, Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's gonna take the whole thing. Let's see here. But if I want to plant right here, I need to kind of maybe push some of that back. All right, let's see here. As usual, unscripted here on B-Rad Garage. No test runs, no trying stuff out. Completely just running down the track. Y'all are right along with me. We're doing all this stuff together, y'all. So I think that's pretty good. Let's kind of sort it out and see. If y'all see some things kind of blowing in the wind here, it's because I got my little fan going. It is still plenty hot down here in Texas, y'all. It's supposed to be first day of fall and all that nonsense, but Central Texas, we don't get a lot of fall and whatnot. We get weird winter, not a lot of fall. And let's see here. I don't know how many handfuls I'm up to, like 6 or 7. Yeah, got me run the shop back after this little project. It's everywhere. Let's see. We're about here. Probably needs a little more. Not too much though. I think the good thing about these succulents like cactus and stuff, they don't require a ton of water, and they kind of can live being missed. Because I imagine this is probably going to be on somebody's back porch or just kind of out of the way. It's probably not going to be a big front and center type deal. Let's see. If I put that, that's a little low still. Man. We had this little piece of a bag of potting soil. You definitely don't need a bag this big. This was 32 dry quarts, I guess. This is way too big, I'm sure. But let's see here. Yeah, maybe we'll go with that. And then took the wife with me, and she tried to get ones that kind of matched each other. So these kind of match. These are the same, and these are both like taller, like different kind of variants. So I was kind of thinking the shorter ones up top and a taller one in the middle, like 1, 2, and 3. So I don't know. Let's see if we can get this first one knocked out. I still don't know if that's enough dirt. Let's see here. Yeah, it might be. kind of break up this. These are dry. These are dry. We'll soak these down after this because these puppies are dry. I was gonna break up that root ball, but man, it is tough. I'm actually gonna leave it alone. I don't want to burden it actually. Let's see, a little bit down. Another thing about this is kind of cool. It's not really a tool intensive project, you know. I mean, I've used my hands for pretty much everything here. So this little guy goes. Okay, that one looks a little better. Maybe they just were. Maybe this one was just. Oh, and it's falling apart. And the root's exposed. Okay, here we go. Cover these up. Man, there's stuff getting everywhere. I didn't think that little fan would blow that much air. Got it on low, so y'all hopefully don't hear it, but it's doing work. Alright. It's kind of cool. Like halfway kind of centered in there. Okay. This one, is the old B-Rad Garage 2x4 here. I'm not sure. I just kind of, man, if I pull that out, it kind of gets to the rocks. Well, that might be what we have to do. Maybe this guy? Ooh, that's a little shallow. Man, it's a little shallow. Might have to change my plan here. Take this one. It's kind of falling apart. Yeah. I think he's going to be a better candidate. There's dirt everywhere, y'all. There's a reason I work with like tools and machines and materials. Now, clearly I'm bad at not making a mess. Okay, I'm sorry, little guy, don't hear. Just go over here, hang out for a minute. Let's see here. And this smaller one has less root. Yeah, it looks a little better, I think. I'll cover him up. And I'm sure this will compact a little bit once I kind of wet it down. I'll probably kind of over wet it for what this stuff usually needs, just to kind of help it set. And then also this pot and sole is a little bit older and it's not as moist as it usually is. Let's see, kind of press these down a little bit. Okay, all right. It's pretty cool. Oh, y'all can see that. That's pretty neat. I might need to work on a way something to hang or how to fashion it. Depends on how you want to hang it. So we got one planted. I'm gonna clean up my mess a little bit and then we'll take a look at the smaller one and see how it shakes out. All right, what, if anything, did we learn from the first one? One, if you're fashioning something up, you probably should do how you're gonna get hooked onto whatever before you add it all full of dirt with the other one. Now this one, I think it's probably going to go like on a post. You could just put another piece of wire, pin this down, or string, or something like that. So I'll maybe look at that. I think probably give this one to my sister-in-law. That was her idea anyway. And my brother-in-law, it won't take him 5 seconds to figure out the best way to hang it or put it wherever they're going to put it. The big one going to my mother-in-law most likely. So I'll probably need to figure out some sort of way to either stand it up or hang it on something. I feel like probably hanging it. So we'll take a look at that after this one. But I think what we might have learned was placement is important. Like this little guy right here is probably, is that our winner? Because these are going to be taller, right? These are going to be kind of tight in here, aren't they? No, they're okay. I mean, we're already in it now, folks. So, you know, it's down here. And then maybe less. Oh, these are smaller. That's awesome. Because I think I might have had too much in the bottom of the big one for to put the middle plant in. Okay. Yeah, this little guy in the middle, I think is still the choice. Smaller one. Kind of squish him down a little bit. Start here. I know fans blowing stuff everywhere, but I don't care, y'all. I'm telling you, it's hot. Still triple digits down here. It's ridiculous. I'll smush that down a little bit. Awesome. Okay, cool. Now what we got here? Maybe a little more in the back. Yeah. I still think you get by with one of those small, real small bags of potting soil, especially if you just had regular dirt from the flower bed you already have or whatever you got going on. It shouldn't be too much. I will say these little rascals were about $5 a piece. So, you know, 6 and 5, it's about $30 for the plants. I will, like I said, I'll get y'all a price on these at the end of the video. I'll kind of try to do a cost breakdown, but I mean, I'm assuming you're doing this for 40, maybe $50 if you're buying the potting soil, if you had to buy everything. Let's see what we got here. All right, now these are gonna have to go closer, I think, to the edge. Get this shorter one. Yeah, there maybe. Dig down a little bit. There we go. Get in there. Man, these little guys, man. I don't think it's gonna turn into B-Rad horticulture, y'all. This is hilarious how it is blowing this stuff everywhere. I hope y'all are getting a kick out of this, because I'm definitely gonna have some shop vac cleanup on my hands when we're done here. Let's see here. This guy. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna kind of stand up tall, isn't he? Well, the other one in the top kind of stands up tall as well. Maybe that's a good thing. Any of y'all out there that know what you're doing, feel free to give me a comment down there and be like, okay, well, the list of things you did wrong is so long, but here's some top 2 or 3 that you might could improve on. Let's see here. Okay. Settle it a little bit. All right, that's cool. What we got here? Let's do this. This guy. It's kind of neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Small one's kind of already got those hooks on the back. We need to figure out how we're gonna kind of affix this to a wall or whatnot. So let's take a look at that next. All right, y'all. Give y'all the kind of the rundown of what I ended up doing. So there's actually some slats on top and bottom here that they're made to just slide along like a rail. We probably aren't gonna have that rail, but I was thinking about, like, my mother-in-law, she's probably gonna put this on one of the back posts, like on her back porch. And I almost pulled some junk drawer shenanigans on y'all. You know, I told y'all I try not to do that to y'all because junk drawers are too random. But these are claws that kind of hold your dishwasher in after you kind of installed it, old style ones. But so what I did was I bent this flat, I bent this, put it through here, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna have to drill this hole bigger. That's fine. You know, you can totally do that. I mean, I always say make something if you don't have to buy it. I mean, if you got some, but what if you're in your apartment or whatever and you don't have that kind of stuff? So I thought most people are probably gonna have like the old Walmart special picture hanger here. I got are these the medium or the small? Medium's actually a little bigger. This one's like all assorted, but I figured, you know, most people would have one of these or could get one easily. Small one or the medium one. You can easily kind of bend them, and if you'll notice, they'll hook right on here, and then you can use a nail to nail through into your board or wherever you're at, and these can hang on it. That'll also help you easily take it on and off. It's not a permanent fixture. Now these are gold. I get that. They don't really match. Now, these are inside pieces too. They're interior, so they're gonna turn colors and look old and way faster than most things. They're barely even coated. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do, y'all, is get the slightly middle-sized one, and it'll kind of hide behind the plants. You can kind of make sure when you put it in the wall it was there, and then you can just lift it on and off. So I'll just send these with my mother-in-law when I give them to her, and she could tap the little nails in here and have something to hang this on. And like I say, my brother-in-law will come up with something for the small one. I have no doubt. Him and my sister-in-law, they'll make something quick, fast, in a hurry. But yeah, I think for my mother-in-law, this would be the easiest. You know, I'll send her with a couple of nails, a couple of these, get hammered in, and there you go. So this was kind of cool, kind of fun. A little bit outside my comfort zone. I mean, I've repotted stuff for the wife before, but I've never like done a new thing. I am going to soak these down off camera. I feel like they definitely need that. The potting soil's dry. They came from Lowe's today. They're a little dry, but I'll soak them down. But other than that, I'm thinking we're done. So I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get my info on the cost and everything, and then we'll wrap everything up. All right, y'all. Final wrap up, cost breakdown. Got my handy dandy notepad here. So this is a 7-inch feeder. This is a 5-inch. These are both galvanized. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law, they like kind of the older kind of farmhouse kind of look. So this would probably be what you're looking for. It won't really rust. They'll just kind of age a little. It looks like a 5-inch galvanized around $15 and a 7-inch around 20. So really more than I thought. I saw them like on Amazon and some other places. You might be able to get a little cheaper if you have a local, like a co-op or a farm and ranch supply. Now, what was kind of cool, these 5-inch, looks like there's some cool like colored ones they make now, like purple and green, and they're at places like PetSmart and Chewy.com and stuff, and they were still they were about $10 a piece. So not galvanized, but they'll already have a cool color, like a bright purple or something, if that's what you want to do. Again, the succulents are $5 a piece. So for me, this is $30 worth of plants. I guess let's say you're just doing the 7. You're in for 20, another 15, 35. The smallest bag of potting soil I saw in Walmart was about $8. So that puts you about 45, in the 40s. Now you'll have potting soil left over and this and that. Now you might be able to find these at a flea market or something like that for just a couple of bucks, especially if somebody's took them out of an old barn or an old feed shed and there's, they've got 100 of them for a few bucks a piece. But yeah, kind of a cool thing. I enjoy this. I got flipping dirt everywhere, but that's on me for having the fan running and all that. Like I say, that's on me. But anyway, this was pretty cool. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Kind of a little different from what I've been doing, but I'm just trying to do stuff that I enjoy and that also makes a practical result, and I just hope y'all like it as well. Thanks for coming along the ride as always, and don't forget, you can make anything be rad. Take care, y'all.